Perfect. I had to just check as I pressed that because I was getting confused on what day it was. It's Monday. It's because we did Sunday yesterday. So Sunday, today's Monday. It's not Wednesday. Here we are for the Mindful Monday meditation session, where we go through three phases of different meditations just to help you relax, let go, and at the end of it, build a bit of wonderful compassion for yourself and for other people, which can only make the world a better place. And if I know everybody who hears tonight has heard me say this a million and one times, but if you're watching this for the first time in the members area, then just follow the instructions the best of your ability. We're not going to ask you to do anything that you can't already do. We're going to ask you to breathe, to think of stuff. We might call that imagine or picturing stuff, but I'm just asking you to think about it. And just follow it to the best of your ability. And when, especially if you're new to stuff, sometimes your mind will drift, or there'll be something that distracts you, and that's okay. Don't let it become an issue. Just literally go, oh, it's a thing, and then come back to what we're doing. That's it. Let any disturbances just drift by. Don't label them. Don't judge them. Just go, oh, yeah, it's a thing. Carry on. Marvelous. So let's make a start. We'll start. Sometimes I'll break in between, but I think actually I quite like the way we've been flowing from one meditation to another. So we'll certainly do that for the first two, maybe do it on the third one as well. See how we're feeling. So let's begin as we always begin. Have a fidget, get comfortable. I have to say I am loving this new chair. It is great. Um, Getting comfortable, and we'll start in a moment by taking three deep breaths together. Now, you may choose to close your eyes and begin to relax on the first breath. You may choose to close your eyes, begin to relax on the second breath, or you may choose to close your eyes and begin to relax on the third breath. But whenever you choose to close your eyes and then begin to relax, I know you can get the most from this session today. So take a moment to just settle. And then let's take that first big, deep breath in together. Breathing in, hold it, and breathing out. Breathing in, hold it, and breathing out. Breathing in, hold it, breathing out. If you've not done so already, just allow your eyes to close just in the time that you need to take to relax. And tell yourself, I'm going to relax. I'm going to meditate. Outside noises will not distract me. Everyday thoughts will not disturb me. It all just helps me let go and relax. Just return to your natural breath. Just imagine you're breathing all the way in to the tips of your toes. And we do that because it just encourages us to take a slightly deeper but natural breath. Nothing you do here is forced. In fact, there's nothing to do. Just relax. The more you relax, the better you can feel, and the better you can feel, the more you can relax. Now, with each breath, become aware of the patterning and the colors on your eyelids from the light in the room about you. I don't know how that looks for you, what colors are there, but notice the shapes, different colors. Notice the chair beneath you. Notice your breath and those shifting patterns on your eyelids. And notice how those patterns, if you try and focus on any one point, just gently and slowly shift and change, and notice as you're doing this, you've been relaxing. And I wonder, as you continue on now, just following the colors and patterns on the eyelids, just how much you can relax, following, chasing those shapes and patterns, trying to pin one down, and discovering just how much more you relax as you do that. And when we meditate, we open the doorway to that inner silence, the pause between the breath, the gap between the thought. And notice that silence increasing as we begin to wonder what exactly our next thought will be. As a part of you learns everything it needs to be able to just sit in stillness, in silence. As you chase those patterns on your eyelids and continue to relax and focus within, you may have thoughts, and that's okay. They just can help you get more from this session today. I invite you to start to become aware of the space inside your head, that space where the brain sits. And just slowly, very slowly draw your awareness back from the front of the head, taking in that space. Slowly moving your awareness back from the forehead, moving it within the head space, gently and slowly approaching the middle of the head, aware of space before you and behind you. And then slowly drawing that awareness back even further towards the back of the skull on the inside. Somewhere at the back of the head there is a place where awareness just naturally feels comfortable to sit now. Place where it becomes easy to just hold awareness there. Just slowly breathing, relaxing, keeping the attention, the focus, the awareness at the back of the head there. And as you continue to experience your reality now from that place, I'm going to read a couple of paragraphs out to you, and I just want you to not analyze them, just listen, allowing my words to speak deeply to you, that you may begin to gain insights and understandings and experiences of the words at deeper levels. And I'll read them through a couple of times, and at the end of that we'll spend some time in silence, and during that silence there's nothing to do. Just allow those words to resonate, to work within you. Observe whatever comes up. Don't judge it, don't analyze it, just watch it, like watching ducks on a pond. As you become aware of that point of comfort and relaxation just at the back of the mind, and as you allow yourself to relax into this moment, begin to notice how life itself seems to create contrast. When people see beauty, they recognize what is ugly. When they know good, they define what is bad. But here's the interesting thing. Without the contrast, there would be no growth, no expansion. Just like in your own journey, where challenges and peace coexist and shape one another. And so imagine now, for a moment, that you can embrace both success and failure, joy and sorrow, not as opposing forces, but as parts of the same flow. In the same way as you guide others, not leading them to chase after one ideal to eliminate struggle, but helping them see that in accepting and working with the whole, they find a deeper peace, a sense of harmony with the ebb and flow. And as you let this thought settle in, you might start to notice that just like the way of things. This work is not about forcing or controlling outcomes. It's about being present, allowing things to unfold naturally, and knowing that the path itself is enough. And in that path, true clarity and fulfillment arise, now without even trying, as you allow yourself to relax in this moment, noticing how life itself seems to create contrast. People see beauty and they recognize what is ugly. They know good. They define what is bad. But here's the interesting thing. Without the contrast, there would be no growth, no expansion. Just like in your own journey where challenges and peace coexist and shape one another. So just imagine for a moment now that you can embrace both success and failure, joy and sorrow, not as opposing forces, but as parts of the same flow. In the same way as when we guide others, not leading them to chase after one ideal or eliminate struggle, but helping them see that in accepting and working with the whole, they can find a deeper peace, a sense of harmony within the ebb and flow. And as you let this thought settle in, you may start to notice that just like the way of the universe, this work is not about forcing or controlling outcomes. It's about being present, allowing things to unfold naturally, and knowing that the path itself is enough. And in that path, true clarity and fulfillment arise without even trying to relax into this moment. Notice how life itself seems to create contrast. When people see beauty, they recognize what is ugly. When they know good, they define what is bad. But here's the interesting thing. Without the contrast, there would be no growth, no expansion. Just like in your own journey, where challenges and peace coexist and shape one another. And imagine now for a moment that you can embrace both success and failure, joy and sorrow, not as opposing forces, but as parts of the same flow. In the same way as you guide others, not leading them to chase after one ideal or eliminate struggle, but learning to see that in accepting and working with the whole, you can find a deeper peace, a sense of harmony within the ebb and flow. And as you let this thought settle in, you can begin to start to notice now that this work is not about forcing or controlling outcomes. It's about being present now, allowing things to unfold naturally, and knowing that the path itself is enough. And in that path, true clarity and fulfillment arise without even trying. That's right. And from within that stillness, I want you to imagine that somebody you know steps into the room with you. Someone you care about, somebody you love, a friend, family member. And I don't know from where within you begin to feel a sense of loving kindness. But just allow that feeling to build, to spin and flow within you. Growing stronger and brighter. And just imagine, however you do that, sending that loving kindness from you to that other person, and it returning back to you, creating a cycle, a flow of loving kindness between you both. That's right. And then imagine that person just stepping aside, and an aspect of you A vision of you steps into the room with you. And again, that loving kindness spinning and flowing within you. And you send that out, however you do that, to that other you. And that loving kindness flows through that you and back to you. As you allow that to continue. That's it. And that you steps aside, and an acquaintance, somebody who you kind of you recognize them but you don't necessarily know them, steps in. And that loving kindness spins and flows within you. As you send that out now to that acquaintance, and it flows through them, filling their lives with that loving kindness and back to you, cycling to you, from you. That's right. And that person steps aside, and now somebody who you've found difficult, somebody who maybe you've struggled with in the past, steps forward. And again, you can notice that loving kindness spinning and flowing within you. As you allow it to flow from you to that other person and back to you, creating that cycle of loving kindness. That's right. And that person steps aside, and you take a moment just allowing that loving kindness to spin and flow within you. As you imagine it flowing out, connecting to the earth and flowing all the way around the earth, to all people, to all existences, and returning back to you. And as that continues to flow, the others that were there with you step forward. And that loving kindness flows from you to each and every one of them, and returns back to you. And the image of those people fades, and that loving kindness continues to spin and flow within you, and will continue to spin and flow within you, radiating out from you into your everyday life, to those you connect with, to those you meet, to situations. Taking that loving kindness and being a beacon of light for compassion in the world. So when you're ready to return with all that you've gained, even if you're not aware of it yet, then you can slowly start to become aware of your feet, tips of your toes, maybe give them a gentle wiggle. Feet, the ankles, just moving back into your body, into everyday awareness. Feeling a tingling, a whoosh of energy begin to flow through the body, energizing, refreshing, feeling good. And when you're ready to feel really good and have an amazing week, then and only then you can open your eyes, be here now, feel good, grounded, centered, and ready to embrace all the blessings and gifts of the week. That's right. Be here now.